All right, what's up, squad? Happy Friday. We are back for more fitness. So we have a lot of weightlifting stuff to talk about today. So we're gonna start. You're gonna warm up with 90 seconds of alternating elbow to instep. So our typical warm-up stretch. Again, just a long lunge. Drop the elbow, relax for a second, switch sides. Same thing on the other side. And you're just gonna alternate for 90 seconds, moving at your own pace. Then, for the rest of the warm-up, you're gonna do a 5-minute clock. You're going to do 5 vertical jumps to a full squat landing. So again, you're going to hinge to a hang position, explode, jump as high as you can, and when you land, you're going to land all the way down in a full squat. So we're kind of prepping that violent hip extension, full squat landing for our cleans later. After that, you're going to do 2 side plank reach throughs on either side. So for those, we're going to try them a little bit differently today. We're going to do them on the elbow. So you're gonna come down to an elbow side plank, so right here, and I'm gonna start in up overhead. I'm gonna reach through, rotate as far as I can, and then come back up. You'll do 2 on one side, followed by 2 on the other side. After that, you're gonna do 5 push-ups, modified as needed, so you can elevate your hands if need be. Again, we're just looking for beautiful, full, thorough range of motion. Get your bra line all the way down to the ground. Keep the elbows tucked in, close to the sides, and make sure that that forearm stays perpendicular to the ground the whole time. After that, you're gonna do 5 narrow squats. So again, if you can do feet touching squats, keep the heels down, get yourself below parallel, that's what we're looking for, but you can just do a narrower squat than usual. So you don't have to necessarily do all the way to feet touching if you can. And you're gonna run through that for 5 minutes. When you're done, we have a whole bunch of clean work to get through. And this is, again, one of those nice progressions where each movement is something that we will typically do during a warm-up, and it kind of builds one on top of the other, on top of the other. So the first thing that we're gonna do is you're gonna do 3 sets of 3 tall cleans. So for the tall clean, all of this exercise is designed to reinforce and to focus on is speed under the bar. So what's gonna happen? The tall clean is initiated by doing nothing. It starts right here. So the only way that I start the tall clean is I stand up on my toes and I shrug. That's it. That initiates the movement, gives the barbell a little bit of lift, and then your job is to just race down to the bottom of that squat as fast as you can. So again, rep starts, shrug up onto my toes, and then drop down into my full squat as quickly as I can, trying to keep that bar close to me. So what it looks like, again, from the hip, go, and I'm going to drop all the way down into that full squat. Again, one more time. Boom. And you're going to do 3 sets of 3 reps. And if you can do it with a little bit more than the barbell, you're more than welcome to add some light weight. That's perfectly fine. After that, your next piece of the clean work is 3 sets of 3 plus 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 3 slow clean pulls. So again, really focusing on positions, followed by 3 high hang cleans. So again, 2 different things, but the high hang clean being relatively similar to what we just did. So first off, for the slow clean pulls, slow means like, we'll say 3 to 5 seconds. So the entirety of the clean pull from here, from the mid shin, all the way to the point of violent extension is slow. It should take about 3, 4, maybe 5 seconds. So what this is time to focus on is getting a few key things right. So 2 things I want you to focus on. We're gonna try and keep it relatively simple, not gonna get it like overcomplicated. So once I'm set, the first thing you're gonna focus on is pressing your knees out and back to the top of the knee. So again, pressing my knees out and back behind me to help create a vertical bar path. So again, step 1, knees out and back. Step 2, chest up. That's it. Don't think about anything more. Don't think about anything less. Those 2 things. So knees out and back until you pass the knee, and then chest up as you bring that barbell to the hip. And then you're going to explode violently. So we still want to keep the top of the pull explosive. So again, what it's going to look like is 3 to 5 seconds. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 5th, I'm gonna extend and I'm gonna finish that clean pull Again, trying to squeeze my butt, get my chest up nice and tall, and get into that big vertical extension position. And again, coming off the ground, knees out and back, chest up past the knee. Those two things. After that, you're gonna do 3 reps there. So you're gonna do 3 slow clean pulls. After the final one, so you're gonna finish, boom, your last pull, we're then gonna do 3 high hang cleans. So for the high hang cleans, it's very similar to a tall clean, except you can load just a little bit. So again, the barbell should stay real high in the hip crease, hence high hang clean. So what I don't want you to do is here. We're not doing a hang clean. So again, for a high hang clean, boom. This is it, like really, really short, shallow dip, but just enough to give me a little bit more pulling power than I would have doing a tall clean. So again, from there, we're gonna keep a lot of the same focal points in mind as the tall clean. So again, I get a little dip, finish, drop down into that full squat. 3 sets, 3 slow clean pulls, 3 high hang cleans. Then your final piece of the clean work for the day is going to be 5 sets of a 2-position clean. And you're going to do a clean off the floor followed by a hang clean. So for the clean off the floor, again, those slow clean pulls, all I want you to focus on is those mechanics. So again, the same things, knees out and back off the floor, chest up to the hip crease, and then a big violent finish. Just try and layer in the things that we did earlier into your cleans off the floor. We've already primed all the things that you need to be thinking about. So keep some of those same cues in mind, keep that same movement pattern in mind. So after you do your clean off the floor, so again, from the mid-shin or from the ground, you're gonna go all the way up, drop down into that full squat stand, and then I'm gonna reset to my hip, and I'm gonna come down to the top of the knee. And from there, again, I'm going to try and find my hip crease by bringing my chest up, and then I'm going to get into my big finish. So what it's going to look like, again, 5 sets of this. Reset. Boom. And again, if you have access to weight, feel free to ascend, build up if possible. Excuse me. If you don't have access to a barbell, you can do all those exercises with a dumbbell, or you can do them all with a broomstick. Again, just prime your positions, focus on getting better technically. Now, for the workout today, what we're gonna do, you have 4-time couplet, 21, 15, 9, hang squat cleans, toes to bar. If you don't have access to toes to bar, you're gonna do seated leg raises. So we're gonna go over that in just a little bit. But for the hang squat clean, hopefully we have talked at enough length now that you are pretty comfortable with what the hang squat clean is going to be. So you can, for the hang, you can work anywhere from here to here. So again, for the workout, I can load all the way down to the top of my knee if I want, or I can work from right here. It's up to you guys. But the key to this workout is cycling. So you should be going through relatively large sets. Sets of 7 to 10 reps, followed by a break. Another 7, so reps plus or minus, and then finishing off your set of 21. And then again, being able to get through the 15s and hopefully 3 sets or less. So this is a very classic 21, 15, 9 approach workout. As far as being able to get the set of 21 done in less than 3 sets, the set of 15 done in 3 sets or less, and then trying to push through the set of 9 unbroken. So as far as weight goes, whatever weight you think you can follow that scheme for and stay quick about it, that's what I want you to do. RX would probably be somewhere in the range of 135-95. So again, not crazy heavy, but heavy enough that after a couple reps, things start to feel a little dicey. If you're doing dumbbell hang squat cleans or kettlebell hang squat cleans, one arm between the hip, drop into that full squat, and then switch arms and repeat. And if you are doing single arm for this workout, you are going to do 30, this is very bad handwriting, please ignore that. We are going to do, oh God, it's getting worse. So if you are doing single arm for the workout and you don't have a barbell, you're going to do 30, 20, 10, and that's total. So you're going to do 15 per arm, 10 per arm, 5 per arm. So, make sense? That's going to be, again, if you don't have access to a barbell. Now, other movement, toes to bar. If you have access to a pull-up bar, bravo, enjoy. This is going to be a fantastically grippy workout. But if you don't have access to a toes to bar, you're going to do some straight leg raises. So what's going to look like, you want to zoom back, you can just do a wide angle. So what we're going to do is you guys are going to anchor to something. So you're going to anchor onto a door frame, a chair, a table, a dog, perhaps. And you are going to do straight leg raises to that object. So what we're going to do is, again, you want to show them? So you're going to anchor, legs are straight, and I'm going to bring my legs, too far, too close. Oh, dumb. Don't do that.
Echo will make it better.
Oh, that was really dumb. So you're going to keep your legs straight. You're not going to jam your toes into the object. You're going to touch it gently, but we're going to keep the legs straight the whole time. Touch, trying to bring the hips off the ground, and then come back down to the ground. Up, touch, back down. So that is going to be your scaling option for the day if you're not doing toes to bar. So that's your workout, 10 at a time count. After that, your accessory work is a little bit more leg stuff. So what it's going to be is you're going to do 3 rounds with a minute rest. So you're going to do a 30-second air squat. So again, set up your timer, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to go 1, 1,000, 2, 3, 4, and from top to bottom and all the way back up, I'm going to take 30 seconds. So how slow you do that is up to you, but it should be just consistently slow the entire time, focusing on perfect squat form. After that, you're going to do 30 seconds of max air squats. So again, 1 30-second air squat, followed by 30 seconds of as many air squats as possible, right into a 30-second wall sit. And then you get a minute rest. So for the 30-second wall sit, what we're looking for is feet in your normal squat stance. Shins should be vertical to the ground, and my hip crease should be exactly parallel. And I'm going to hold this position with no assistance for 30 seconds. Then I get a minute of rest, and you're going to do that for 3 rounds. After that, we have a little bit of mobility, so we have a 2-minute single leg saddle on each side. So that's going to be down on the ground, tucking my foot back behind me so that my shoelaces are to the ground. Ooh. And we're just going to lean back, trying to stretch out quad, hip on this side, 2 minutes on one leg, 2 minutes on the other leg. And then we're going to do a half-seated frog. So for the half-seated frog, what we're looking for, half-seated dog. That's what you are. You are half-seated. You are never fully seated. So what we're going to do for the half-seated frog is I'm going to keep that same foot position, but I've now got that foot tucked back behind me at 90 degrees. So I've got a 90-degree angle in my hip here. Once I've got that, this is meant to be an internal rotation stretch for this leg. So I'm going to lean forward and I'm going to try and target this hip. And I'm going to hold that for a minute on each side. For that one, it is definitely advantageous to sit on a pillow. Otherwise, it can be really hard to get into a good position for that one where you can actually stretch out the hip. So keep that in mind. That's your training for Friday. It's a busy day, a lot going on. Enjoy, get that technique work in, and we'll see you guys back tomorrow. As always, tag us, palace.ithaca, Forged by Zeus, CrossFit Queens, and we will see you tomorrow.